So, this is what it looks like to find out that you've been cheated on.
Angry guy here, and women are breaking down because they can't find men willing to date them anymore. I mean, it's no shock that this is happening. Let's just go ahead and jump right into the video.
Work said something to me the other day, and I can't get it out of my head. Heard a baby around her. I was like, oh God, that's free birth control for me. And she's like, oh, that makes me think of my little baby. And I was like, yeah, I'm too selfish. I don't want kids. I have a dog. That's enough for me. A couple of days later, she's like, so you don't want kids, but you have a dog. Do you have a boyfriend or anything? And I was like, no, I've never had a boyfriend. She was like, how old are you? And I said, 27. She's like, and you've never had a boyfriend? And I never really cared. But there's something about her saying that really hit me this time, because I've never been on even 2 dates with the same person. Even guys I've talked to or hooked up with, they'll slowly stop talking to me, and then I find out they have a girlfriend, or they get into a new relationship a week later. And when I was younger and I didn't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, I'd be like, it's because I'm fat. I used to weigh 320 pounds. I lost 160 pounds. It's not like I'm being hit up every day, every week, even every month with people in my DMs or messaging me on Snapchat trying to get with me. It's no one hits me up. It's not even I'm being selective with who I'm picking and turning people away. It's just people aren't coming up to me, and I don't understand. Not I have an issue with people wanting to hook up with me, but if it tries to go a step further, they're absolutely not, no. I don't want to just hook up with random people that I don't know. Is the fact that she had the audacity to ask by choice, and I just sit there and I'm like, no, it's not by choice. When I was younger, I was like, oh, it's because I'm fat. Oh, it's because I'm fat. Once I lose weight, I'll have no problem. And now that I'm not fat, maybe that's the reason.
I mean, guys, this is the result of feminism and what women have been told. They were told that, you're a 10. You can get any man that you want. You should not settle for anyone. You should have standards that, you decide on, and they don't have to be, you know, in any order or approach reality in any way. And this is the result. I mean, it's, a lot of women have turned down quite a few guys, and now they thought that there was an endless supply of men. She said it, she's not getting that many contacts in her DMs anymore. Dudes are not hitting up her the way they used to, and this is a reality that a lot of women have to deal with now. Guys are beginning to dry up. Men are beginning to walk away from Western society, relationships in Western society, and that's it. If they're going to have a relationship, something intimate, they're going to go overseas and establish a relationship overseas, but they're no longer going to do that in Western society. And these women are now feeling the results of that. Let's just go ahead and jump into the next video.
The day, it's important to have a man in your life. It's really important because of the simple fact that just seeing my son raised without a father, it hurts. It really does. And you know what? I'm happy for you, because it's when you have that situation, you realize that it's this is my man. I'm gonna worship him, and this is the family I'm gonna create. When I'm a that Andrew Tate spoke about it here in the podcast, and that's something that he said that I will always hold to me because of my son.
I mean, guys, there you go. Look at this is a single mom, and she's crying. She's crying because she's single. She has no man in her life. All she has is her son. She's grateful for that, and she realizes now that her value, that her real value comes from building a family, building a relationship, having children. That's what's going to make her happy in life. Not having a lot of money, not having all these Prada purses or Louis Vuitton or all of these things that that eventually that she can't even use. And it's a hardship. And sadly, a lot of young women are not going to listen because they're still chasing after Chad. They're still chasing after Tyrone, and they don't realize that the guys that don't want them can't do anything for them. And the guys that the Plan B guys that they think they were going to go and grab, these guys are grabbing their passports and going overseas, and they no longer have access to these men, and that's just the results that they're going to have to live with.
Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Dwayne Wade, Chris Paul, Paul George, Anthony Davis, James Harden, Russell Westbrook. Alen, what do you got in your race?
I mean, let me read this to you. It says, when I complain and cry about being single and never getting past the talking stage, but my BFF starts naming all the guys I turned down. Look at that. Look at that. They're crying. They're sitting there crying in their cars because now, they turned down all these men. Her eyes are red. She turned down all these men. And now there are no more guys coming up to her. There are no more guys saying, hey, how are you doing? There are no more guys willing to take the next step, make the first move. Guys are not speaking to them anymore. And they thought that oh, I'm beautiful, I'm powerful, I'm independent, I don't need anyone else. And now look at what's happening. Guys are no longer speaking to them. They've lost that, and they were like, what's going on? Why is this happening suddenly? And the thing is that they don't all they know how to do is to use shame. All right, that's all they know how to do is use shame. They don't know how to how to attract someone using sugar and spice. They don't know how to use kindness and respect and these things, because don't forget that cooking and cleaning are things that are viewed negatively in Western society, while women in other cultures, these are things that they do naturally. They're taught to do these things when they're growing up. They're raised to be wives, so these things come second nature for them. They prefer to cook their own food. They're very clean. They want their environment always clean, and it's hard. It's absolutely hard now because these women who are used to having all this attention, it's suddenly vanishing. And guys, don't forget that I think it's 2029. 45% of all women between the ages of 25 and 44 are going to be childless and single. That's not counting the single mothers. All right? 45% of women between the ages of 25 and 44 will be single. And that's a significant number of women in Western society. What are they going to do? It's just something else. And they can say feminism caused it. Of course, they're going to say that men are responsible for this, but ultimately, they're the ones that are going to have to live with these consequences.
For months. I loved him.
I mean, look at this. They're sitting in their cars. The guys aren't speaking to me anymore. What's going on? I can't get a boyfriend anymore. What's going on? And they're suddenly starting to realize that this is the end. This is literally the only guys that are talking to them, they're not looking for a relationship. All right? They're not looking for a relationship. They're just looking for something quick. They want to be in and out, and that's it. And they're realizing that they've now lost access to these guys. They've lost access. They had all these opportunities, and now those opportunities have dried up. And they're faced with this reality, this very, very serious reality, and it's not going to get better. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying my content, please subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications to never miss another video again, and like the video because it tells YouTube you're enjoying the content. You want to see more of it, so YouTube will show you more of it. But guys, this is the reality that women created for themselves, and now they are going to be forced to live with said reality. And again, they can say what they want, they can blame who they want, but it won't make any difference because guys have walked away and they're not coming back. When you have these guys going overseas and starting new lives overseas, as soon as they hit the Philippines, as soon as they hit Colombia or Africa, they say, I'm done. I'm never coming back. If I come back, it's just to make some money so that I can take off again, and that's it. And I'm not coming. I'm never coming back again after that. It's literally just remote work for me. And a lot of these dudes, they're not going over there just for a relationship. Some of them are not looking for a relationship. They're looking for peace. They just want peace and quiet. They want peace and quiet. They don't want noise. They don't want any conflict. They just want to chill, relax, and enjoy the rest of their years. This is it. And we look at what's happening in the world today. We need strong men, but guess what? Those men are leaving. They're leaving, and they will not be returning. I want to hear what you guys think regarding this. You see it right in front of you. Women are breaking down because they can't find men willing to date them anymore. And this is only going to grow. The problem is not going to go away. It's only going to grow more and more in the coming years. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. All right, and we'll talk about it there. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away, and cheers.